there's two ways to look at it. And they're both, I guess, genuine thoughts. And then once you be able, your brain thinks like this, what are you gonna do with yourself when you got self-discipline, follow the rules to a T now, look what you've done to yourself. When you got knowledge that I needed at the time, and it made me mad at life when I found out what I knew could be skewed. Some of it was true, some of it was perception, a way to look at it. Whose side are you on, the doctors or the patients? Because there's two ways of looking at things. And at first I didn't understand that. And that's how the world works. The more you can recognize what situation you're in just by watching these random crazy videos on autoplay. My life has been a work of random, that's for sure. I think I've benefited from random. And my own random, like I couldn't go to a casino and be like, yeah, random, work for my favor. No, that wouldn't work at all. I will lose all my money in a heartbeat. And it was great, it was fun, I had a great fun, but I made random work for me when I believe random doesn't work for me. So in two different situations, you can have different answers. Does random work for you? Yes or no? Excuse me, sir. Answer the question. You're under oath. What am I gonna say? Yes? Then people will think I'm a magician when it comes to random numbers and a genius. What was the question? Got it. Alright, so let's get high. Apologize. Yo, I failed. I didn't get to that laugh I was supposed to get tonight. Even on our title, we failed. We were supposed to smoke so much. I was going to bring out this laughter that my wife haven't heard in minimum 5 months, maybe once then. It was like, yeah, let's do this. And like, oh, we failed, so we did it. Yeah, finally took us 2 days to get this, laugh, because I just laugh at random things. Maybe I guess, I talk more about serious shit. I don't know, life is more serious now. And it just becomes a way of life, it's no longer just kicking back, making websites, trying to figure out what works and what doesn't in code. It's no longer that life, it's like you had a child, which is yourself, and it takes all damn day, man. To work with my back injuries, and I just had to learn to live life different. I still enjoy it. I love going around, and it's a hard thing for my wife because she sees me in pain all the time, so she gets depressed thinking that it's like, oh, is this my life? Is this what it is going to be, especially when they can't take out the hardware. It's like, yeah, you got some serious questions, and what do you say, man? What do you say to that? It's like, damn, doctor, you better be able to take this out, because I don't need any more tears, sir. I don't need any more tears, sir. That's the only thing keeping me I guess in other people's eyes, down. Because they're like, how's he supposed to have a child? I'm on medication, it's not that bad, even though it is. I understand what I go through every time, it gets worse the longer I'm in it, but I'm okay. I ain't gonna be holding the baby for 15 hours a day, am I? Like, I can prop it up on a pillow between my arms. Like, this ain't that hard, man. I can chase them. I get up to go get another soda. Why can't I get up to go change their diaper? I mean, same life, man. I don't get people sometimes, but at the same time, people don't get me. Oh well, what you gonna do about it, man? I ain't got time to think about it. Right, we got albums. We got a lot of things to do. And the world is just the world that I want to put in my brain. It's been everything I've been a part of. And when you really accept that, here I say it in, bad pain. It's your life's got to be something else besides all this. So living life with always feeling like, damn, this is the worst. You can't focus on shit, even if it is different levels, but it still comes to the same old question. Damn, it hurts like shit. I can't wait to get this hardware out, and they should. I believe so. It's a claw. It's not into the bone itself. It's just screwed in two different vertebrae to brace the first one. They couldn't take the first one out, because if they took the first one out, they'd have to re-break my whole entire back, and we'd be at the same start. That's not the problem. The problem is the second hardware. A month into it, I turned and it wasn't healed all the way. Just a month in, after taking some kind of trauma with screws drilling into your spine. You're taking drugs that take out. I was setting myself for failure, and I didn't even see it. And I know exactly what it is, but yeah, it probably grew perfect, but the thing is, I bent it. Can we get out the dimension sheet, please? Are those things really where they're supposed to be? And, it's why don't you go in there and just pull out on a screw just a bit and see if this helps. My awesome stories about constant pain. Eventually you ain't gonna believe me anymore if I break this rib tonight. I'm like, God damn, I broke this rib because I wasn't drinking my milk and shit. I wasn't, doing exercising because I was in pain. Exercise feels so great when you're just got done stubbing your toe. Like, damn, that hurts when all you can think about is winning the race. When you got the number one thing on your brain is, damn, that hurts. Yeah. 9 years of that. And I tried everything else. And I honestly believe, I've looked at the x-rays. I'm not a doctor, but I'm just trying to put two to two together, so you gotta believe me. The doctor probably doesn't want to do it because he'd rather feed me more pain pills and he go home to his beautiful ass life and ain't gotta worry about me till I call his office and bug him about how shitty my life is. And then I feel bad because I gotta bug him again. It's the lifestyle you live. You get written off as a success person, like on the 27th day, probably that same day, probably Probably was that same day. I was feeling so good. I was like, yes, I'm a success patient. And later that night, I freestyled and I bent my shit up. So that was like a double defeat. And I think that's why I didn't really go back, because they wouldn't want to believe me. It'd be one more cool point away from their resume. If I was already written off as a success patient in their journal, magazine, whatever they're writing about, my interview of like, oh, such a great doctor, such this. He is a great doctor, and he's going to be the same doctor I go talk to. But at the same time, you know, that night I had an accident. You can call it what it is, freestyle, you know, jerking my meat, and I fell off the couch. Did it that way. Slipped on a cat toy from marbles and all this other stuff from being creative. It could have been anything, right? But the shit broke. Probably that same day. Because I would do something like that. Yep. Damn. I'd have no other reason to freestyle, man. I was like, man, on this second surgery, I ain't gonna fail. But it wasn't the meloxicam that got to me. It was, I thought I was free. $60 days in. I'm not sure of the exact dates, but it wasn't long. It wasn't long after. They're like, yep, just keep on doing what you're doing. Cool, you know, I'm a rapper. I'm gonna keep on doing what I'm doing. And, you know, ain't gonna take it as easy, because when you know, rap, you know, when you're really trying to use your body, you get violent. And then you step it up a notch. Move the limiters and turn your speakers up too loud, run your engine too loud, and see what happens. Plug your 110 appliance into a 220 volt without a special adapter and see what happens. But yeah, I'm content with my life. I'm content with this studio here. I'm content with the stuff I talk about, even though it doesn't appeal to everyone, although I'm not trying to write to everyone. That's probably the hardest job ever to have. Is you'll write a book, but make it sure everyone loves it. Like, you can't pick out a little tiny spot and be like, yeah, this is what I love about pizza and why I dislike anchovies. Now you gotta be forced to enjoy the situation you're in and believe it no matter what. You know, whether you do or not, you know, eventually you're like, damn, so this is what it is. You know, so then you give it all you got, probably like the same way I gave my freestyle. You're like, shit, you know, if I'm here, I'm gonna give it my all. And there you go, you know, but that's why we're so strange, because we gave it all in just different directions. Yep. You know, I don't know, there's not real people in here though, but we got, on cam. I guess, yeah, we do. This is the highest room numbers on cam I ever seen. And I will not take the credit for that. But maybe so. Maybe so. probably the most cams I've ever seen on in this room. 3. You know, at the most. 3. Right now we got 10. I'm gonna try to exit this. This has been good no matter what. I mean, thanks for coming to the party. Made it to our 4 hours. I'm gonna go rest in bed. Sure don't hurt myself anymore. And I want to make my wife happy. Like, I don't want to make her feel like, damn, this is what my life is now. Like, nah, that's not what it is. But it's like, what do you do, you know? So I'm learning to be like, treat it as a sliver. Yeah, it's a sliver, it's in there, and it feels like it's broken and all, and I've been 9 years in this pain, so I just gotta imagine it that it's a sliver. If that's what I really believe in, then yeah, it may hurt at the end of the day, but you did too 6 years ago, and look, you're still here. It's kind of one of those talks I give myself, so I'm always like, she comes first, and like all this comes second, because I think the first year or something probably the hardest on us, because this was first, like I had like real hours, and on Tuesdays, you know, after I've been doing this for 3 days, on the third day, like, she didn't know it, but I saw like a routine, and like she'd start to fall apart and get depressed, and then we had fights because like she wanted to come in here and, I guess according to me, ruin the situation when she was really feeling lonely. So like even that had to change. So and now I want to do stuff, and even like hiking, I'm like, let's go hiking, and I was like, yeah, I need exercise anyway. It's true. I can't be, even though I'm feeling like this, it will eventually be taken out, so I can live like it's not there. We know it's a sliver, and it will end the moment they pull the bolt out a bit, which is pushing on something. That's kind of what I imagine it be, and that feels horrible, right? Just imagine something going through your spine like a bolt or a nail or a stake. I've been nailed on the cross, man. I'm tired of it. Get me down off of here. I already got 23 albums. Let me just fix the ones I got. We don't need to make any more. I'm cool with it, man. It'd be like, yeah, but I'm up here on a stake, and it feels like you really got a stake, you know, jabbed through your spine, compressing on some shit that I caused myself, and I was like, yeah, the best shit I ever seen in my life. Your hardware, damn, you know, that's interesting. It looks cool, you know. It's like, oh, damn, you know, they like totally missing the point. Yeah, my hardware looks cool, and you ain't seen anything like it. But at that moment, I mean, it's not my problem, you know. Let's just focus on the issue, and because it is a great looking surgery, I'm gonna be honest, it is. It's a wonderful looking project going on, but there's just, you know, a bolt got screwed in too tight eventually somewhere, man, and we're like, yo, is the storm over yet? And, you know, just waiting my turn, and it's probably be 10 years later, probably next year. I don't know, sometimes, I remember last time he found something on it, and he may listen to me, and he's got high egos. And at this moment, I don't mind him having a real high ego, because if he's confident about himself, which, that makes him a dick in others' opinions, because he's so highly confident in what he does. And here we are, 10 years later, and he's still working there at the spine center. It's like, damn, he's gotta be a genius. And if he put this hardware in there, they've got some cool ass machines there. He had me in surgery like next month. I mean, overall, his services were great. I don't blame the doctor at all. And I think that's the only reason he still works with me, because he sees that I accept that it's my fault and that he's got no blame in it at all. And he realizes that, that's the reason why he will do it. And other doctors won't. That's the piece that's missing. Well, I could talk forever, but we really need to go, and I wouldn't mind burning the rest of this bowl, but I don't need to be too high. I really don't need to do any of that anymore. And the only time I smoke that is when I'm in here, because the cat pees on the floor every time we smoke hookah, or even, this. So that's why we had to put down the wood floors. And, years later, and I finally realized that behavior. I mean, he hasn't been in a dirty environment, because we don't smoke in this house at all, ever. Just when I was in a real bad situation and I didn't have my open vapes. These things are a lifesaver, man. The new way to smoke weed. I smoke this. I'm just blowing out like invisible fumes. The reason I smoke that with a greenhouse filter, so it's like you can filter the smell so the neighborhood doesn't know you got weed growing inside. You got enough of those carbon filters for regular heating in home ducts. You can, it looks like a smokestack for a tractor, but only it sucks in. You could have a room dedicated. So, I mean, it really doesn't smell out there. Versus, like, if that thing's broken and it doesn't work, it's like you can tell a big difference. But even now, if I walk outside for 15 minutes and I walk back in here, I can still smell it, so. I see I'm failing. We'll get it. Oof, I can tell already. Well, we had a good day, good night. I'm gonna stop this here, and I'm gonna end this night. I might go back live later, but with videos, and try to work on something, or an intro, an outro on these videos I will upload, like songs. Oh, we're gonna play those. Yes. We could play those right now. We will end out on that note. That's perfect. It's hard to really tell what I'm doing, because I'm surprised that my lips are being synced to everything, because my live broadcast here and the way I use it, after a while there's a lag. And I will figure it out. Tonight, we're using 48 kilohertz all the way through. Because I'm thinking, well, maybe it's the 48 kilohertz doing it. So I changed everything back to 48 kilohertz on the multi-viewer 4. There's no option but to accept. When it gets to this box, you got no option but to accept 4800 kilohertz unless you want to re-encode it, which is an awful idea. So, well, maybe that's causing my problems here. I know other people, I don't know if you notice it or not, but that's like an issue that I see here a lot locally. So the past like few months, I've really been trying to work hard on it, even with this weird ass issue here. I know it probably doesn't make sense. I think I had some old videos on YouTube I am redoing. If you go back to, you can see the volume slowly is out of sync. And that's what I'm talking, that's what I see here. But when I watch it from the websites that I'm streaming to, I don't see it. So I'm learning a lot about video and how to change. So we are going to end it on this note. So like last time I played this on media player. Like, damn, so what's the most generic player? I gotta test this because I'm always testing it. Some days I get it, some days I don't. The point here is we evolve. Cool, so let me change it back so you guys can see. For the moment while I transition. So these videos I'm about to show you on repeat for a bit. We've been working up our collection. I got quite a few now. Where you at? Mediafire, a link on Twitter. The files names did get changed. Still got work to do. My shit freezes from time to time. That's a process, uploading the Mediafire. Yep. Let me just open this. It's all about being on heroin when you have no other options. Because alright, so we'll start here. Peace out. Peace. Sued. So you gotta chill there. Being on pain meds. 9 years, I should be dead, right? What did you learn, man? What did you learn? What did you learn from a dude like me? What did you learn, homie? Am I acting crazy when I smoke weed? Do I act crazy
when I eat Mountain Dews and shove these darn drugs down my veins. Oh, it's such a way, an artist's life. I'm a demon. Look away, he talks. I don't understand. I'm too dumb to learn, so I'm gonna turn you off and just X you out of my life, cause I'm a caring person. I have my limits. I'm a selfish being. You know what I mean? I need what I need, and if I can't eat it now, then I will get it. I like to watch you in pain. I'm full of love in every vein. I'm a teach you a lesson. Like Stalin dictatorship. Cause I believe in till I roll back the tape and see all the great memories you and I made. Pow. Yeah. It's funny, it's weird. Is it 4 p.m.? I'm 2 hours late from popping my next pill. I'm 2 hours late from popping these heroin pills. Pop. Is that how you do it? Is that how you pop a pill? I didn't know they were heroin either, but you taught me something. I'm popping it, trying to be cool, like a combo. I'm popping heroin, I'm gonna drink it down with something unhealthy like Mountain Dew. Is that okay with you? Do I have your permission to use the bathroom? Do I have your permission to have sex with my wife? Do I have your permission to take a dump? Do I have your permission to open up my eyeball? Do I have your permission? Do I have it? Look in my face. Do I have your freaking permission to do whatever you want me to do, sir? Because I'll be your slave in your prejudiced world. Your world. Hello, we're on planet Earth. Do you know what that is and what's on the other side? 360. Do a 720 real quick. They're looking at you like, huh? I don't know, but yeah. Because they get down. Like the devil, we get down, man. Get down, yeah, get down, man. Get down like an angel. I've been falling from heaven, my egos. It had a real story attached. You should write it down for me, so you can make a book for me, and I'll make it #1, best one seller. Thank you, all the curious ones, for allowing yourself to do the interview on some place where you're gonna go. It's like, nah, I don't want to know your bullshit. Probably faking anyway. As though, I just study it on a day-to-day. I'm like, okay, what world are we living in? What world are we living in? What world are we living in? Yeah, bouncing. I go to this car, bouncing, cause I'm tired of stress, bouncing. Turn up the tunes, bouncing, and I start bouncing to the music, cause I stand, looking at everyone's hearing. Wish I had a hearing aid so I could turn it down. Shit's too loud in my head. Instead, you mind if I go bouncing? Do I got your permission? May I do this, boss? What world we living in? A dictatorship? Who's a dick? Who's calling who what? Cause you Stalin, idealistic person. It's not fair that I be battered up in hair. I'd rather be bouncing than be with you, but I can't say that, cause that would get me in the doghouse faster. Bouncing, can't wait to go. me. Probably the best looking one here in the room. Witch, fly around on your broom. You ain't gotta like me as a person, but make sure you buy my instrumentals. New name, Love Justin Perry. I'm still entertaining. It's awesome. Just like me. Probably the best looking one here in the room. Witch, fly around on your broom. You ain't gotta like me as a person, but make sure you buy my instrumentals. New name, Love Justin Perry. I'm still entertaining. I got a lot of DVDs. You can pick any one of them, close to 300. Damn, I bet got that goal. I'm headed for the IDO. Ain't slow, top of the game. People call me genius. Tell you that right up front, so you ain't get the message wrong. Bitch, are you straight? I'm just curious if you're gonna try to grab for my crotch. 'Cause I'm trying to get my work done. I ain't the one who's got big tits. She is. So make sure you calm yourself, bro. Trying to get some work done. I ain't trying to get my dick sucked. Shit, I got it sucked last night and it was amazing. For your information, I'm hot. I know I can't take those words back, but they're true. And homie, you're through. 'Cause when I get done giving you the recommendations you need, that promotion should come through. Easy. That's right, I'ma help you get to the top with just one call. Bitches call me daddy. You afraid one moment and then happy. I can't help it, man. I got personality. Yeah, personality. Homie's got so much personality, it drives me crazy. Sitting back lonely and hazy. People say shy D. Nah, I'm just could be, would be. I'm all show in the whole show. Bodybuilding, frontline lifting. Hoes all goes, but goes no hoes. When it's time to get low, they'll run away to the daddy, daddy. They run away to the daddy, daddy, daddy. They run away to the daddy. They run away to the daddy, daddy. They run away to daddy, yeah. Bitch, you ain't gotta run away to daddy. You know I ain't gonna get mad at you when you tell me stories. Makes my dick hard. So make sure you tell me everything that's inside your mind, so my erection never goes away. Make me horny, baby, you make me horny when you talk like that. Don't stop, don't stop. Don't stop, don't stop. I give people $100 bills each time I walk my dog. People like people with money. Bitch, you think this is funny? I ain't got nothing else to say, honey. Cause Big Daddy's in town. Big Daddy's in town. Big Daddy. Big Daddy's reaching his destination in 5 minutes. Big Daddy's entering town. Big Daddy's entering town in 5 minutes. Yeah, you know how it is, being a big daddy and boss. I'll be paying these people's bills and mortgages and car payments. rough. I'm a big ass dog. And yet, I can eat a whole plate of food like I'm number one. So, I be riding style. Bounce it. When I get a chance, cause they see it like riding, bounce it. They like to see it ride, bounce it. Bouncing. So when I get to town, let's put on a show. Cause that's all about bouncing. Homie, it's all about bouncing. Yeah, it's like you gotta bounce the right bitches to get ahead. Otherwise, she'll be bouncing your head like a basketball, playing you with easy layups like you give it to her. Something's wrong, homie. We don't want you playing on our team. If you acting like that, suspect. How you supposed to take us to number one when you act like a bitch? How we supposed to take us to number one when you acting like a bitch? Every day, man, you remind me like you acting like a bitch. Every day, I can't take it. I just had to blow my wad in your face. Homie, why you acting like a bitch? Homie, why you acting like a bitch? We all tired of it. The whole block is tired of your bitch ass acting ways. Homie, why you acting like a bitch? Homie, why you acting like a bitch? Homie, why you acting like a bitch? Homie, why you acting so crazy? One too many. I would chillin', smoking my marijuana, popping pills, doing drugs, on the porch. It's a little windy, and I see this whore walk up. I know what she wants. She wants my dick in her mouth. I'm like, get off of my block, bitch. You ain't one of us. You ain't past it. Besides, your pussy stank. I'm like, yeah. So we all throw bottles at her. Like, get out of here, whore, bitch, skank. Man, that was a meeting. It was like, man, I was just here smoking a joint, and all of a sudden this bitch comes running up on me. She says, I want your dick in my mouth. I'm like, damn, really? Is this what females deal with on a daily basis? I guess I finally hit the mark to where I'm just all of that and a Polish sausage straight in your mouth. They want the whole foot long or in buns, but it's like, damn, you want the whole thing? Nah, I mean, you can't have much of it at all. Because I was just smoking my joint, and this is constant harassment by bitches and hoes. Bitches and hoes. Constant harassment by bitches and hoes. Bitches and hoes. Yeah, constant harassment from bitches and hoes. Always want to smoke my fat ass joints. They want to see if they can put their hand down my pants. As if, man, I just got a boner like 15 minutes ago. Someone else was in here. He gave me a large, and now we're doing it again. I'm like, damn, can I just sit here and smoke my dro? Tired of the shit. Tired of you, but I can't say it, because otherwise I'd be a bitch. So I can't be like, yeah, bitch, get out of my face. I'm gonna chill here and sign you autograph on your titties. She's got ball-ass tits. Bounce the balls. Bounce my face in between. From my long-ass schlong, shooting the load on her chin. And it falls out on her lip. And I'm like, damn, is she gonna lick? And she does. She's like, damn, that's good. Huh. I'm like, that's a bitch for ya. Straight up hoe. Making the road and daddy doze. Sleeping in late. Pushing the K's. ILO. Limits. Every time she gets in the car, it bounces to one side. I'm like, yeah, I like them big. My bodyguards keep my bitches on point with their nails done, plenty of food in the fridge, and just do whatever they want. And they be like, I'll be there in a sec. Like, yeah, they protect me in a sec. I'll be bouncing, yeah, bouncing. We too big for a limo. We're too big, man. We need an RV decked out LEDs and speakers underneath.